Can't lose weight? Try eating these 10 foods. You're literally doing everything to lose fat. Counting calories, you're tracking macros, crazy cardio and daily workouts. But here's what's crazy. The secret might be adding certain foods to your diet rather than cutting them out. You're missing a gear in your watch or a car. Today, I'm gonna show you the 10 foods I've personally used to lose fat so fast it feels unethical. These are some of the secrets me and my clients use after we've tried everything. Hi, my name is Michael Diamonds. I'm a biochemist, a medical doc, and a pro natural bodybuilder. At the end of the video, you're only gonna need one or all 10 of these foods to make your fat loss start ticking again and for you to reach that 7th gear. Let's not waste time. Let me set the foundation and dive straight in. Food number 1 is gonna shock you. But before I show you the foods, we need to talk about something that's ruining fat loss without most people even realizing it. Ultra processed foods. There's a system used by public health experts like myself called Nova Food Classification System, and it divides foods into 4 categories. Group number 1, unprocessed or minimally processed foods. This is your fruits, your veggies, your legumes, your meats, fish, eggs, whole natural foods. Group number 2 is processed culinary ingredients. These are your oils, your butter, sugar, and salt, used in cooking but not eaten alone. Category 3 is processed foods, your canned veggies, cheese, or fresh bread, which people still recognize as real food. And then group number 4 is the ultra processed foods, the UPFs. This is where the danger is. These are factory made, highly manipulated, and designed to be hyper palatable, where you just want to eat more of it. Think sugary cereals, protein bars, low fat healthy snacks, your flavored yogurts, meal replacement, and fast food. Now, these ultra processed foods will hijack your brain's hunger signals. It will spike insulin, it will damage your gut, and also lead to long-term fat gain, even if you're low on calories. We want to get 80 to 90% of our foods from Nova category 1 and 10 to 20% coming from the rest. Multiple studies have shown that people who are mostly eating ultra processed foods consume more calories, they feel hungrier, and they also gain more fat even when the food looks healthy. So when I say there's no such thing as neutral food, this is why. Food either is gonna move you towards your goal or move you away from your goals. And before I show you the foods, I want to let you in on a little secret that almost nobody is talking about online. The real game changer. It's not cutting carbs or even counting your calories. It's fiber. Fiber is so powerful that some people can just stop counting calories altogether and just count the grams of fiber that they're eating instead. Now you're asking, why is that? Well, because fiber changes everything. It slows down digestion. And I like describing fiber as this net, right? So think of this net slowing down digestion. It stabilizes blood sugar. So when you eat, sugar isn't releasing from the net so quickly. If you keep your blood sugar stable, it allows you to be in more of a fat loss state. It feeds your good gut bacteria, and it also triggers satiety hormone that tells your brain, hey, you're full. In fact, people who eat more fiber naturally consume fewer calories without even trying because they feel full longer and don't have energy crashes again because of that sugar balance. So the more of these foods we can add, that's how we add the missing piece to your puzzle. So we make sure that you see all these 10 foods, and it might be 1 or 2 that you love that is a game changer for you. A study published by the Analysis of Internal Medicine found that people who were simply asked to eat 30 grams of fiber per day without changing anything else lost weight, they lowered their blood pressure, and they improved their insulin sensitivity. There was no calorie counting, no extreme dieting, and just fiber. And like I said, number 1, the first thing I'm going to recommend to you is going to shock you. Let's kick off with a surprising yet scientifically validated food: vinegar. Specifically apple cider vinegar. You can use either or. I've even experimented with this myself 7 years ago during my doctor's training. So it's Nova Group 1. It's minimally processed liquid derived from fermented apples or grains, and it deserves a place in your fat loss regimen. I'm gonna show you later on how you can implement it. But how does vinegar help? Vinegar's primary active ingredient is something called acetic acid, which has profound effects on carbohydrate metabolism and also fat burning. One key mechanism involves the inhibition of something called alpha amylase. This is an enzyme in your saliva and in your gut that breaks carbs down into glucose. But what this acetic acid does, it slows down this process. Vinegar reduces the glucose sugar spikes in your meals because it's slowing down alpha amylase. So it's preventing rapid blood sugar spikes that consequently triggers insulin, and that hormone is fat storing. This creates a stable metabolic environment crucial for sustainable fat loss. And even a 2009 randomized controlled trial that was published in Bioscience, Biotechnology, and Biochemistry showed that obese individuals consuming 15 to 30 milliliters of vinegar daily for 12 weeks significantly saw a weight reduction. Not only that, they saw visceral fat come down as well, and also serum triglycerides, fats, decrease compared to the placebo group. And there was even another study in 2018 from the Journal of Functional Foods found that participants on a caloric restricted diet who added 1 to 2 tablespoons of vinegar daily lost more weight, more body fat, and more visceral adiposity, and also improved their metabolic health. The key word here is also a caloric restricted diet. So yes, you need to pair the vinegar with being in a caloric deficit. There was a study in 2004 from Diabetes Care that showed that 2 tablespoons of vinegar with a high carbohydrate meal improved insulin sensitivity by 34% and lowered glucose levels after a meal in insulin resistant individuals. Here's even a video that I found online showing an individual having pizza after drinking some vinegar. See what he shows.
Testing apple cider vinegar and pizza to see if it'll help reduce a blood sugar spike. To do this, I'm going to take 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar mixed with 8 ounces of water. I'm going to drink the vinegar water first, and then I'm going to eat the pizza. Okay, now it's time for the pizza. All right, it's been a few hours. Let's have a look at the previous results first. This is the pizza by itself. It went up 66 milligrams, which is a big spike. And this is the pizza with a salad beforehand. That went up 49 milligrams, which is better. And now let's look at today's results with the apple cider vinegar. You can see here there's a big difference. These are the best results of all. The spike here only went up 39 milligrams, which is a really good result.
So this is how I recommend you take the vinegar. You can take 1 to 2 tablespoons, which is about 15 to 30 milliliters of the apple cider vinegar. It can be regular vinegar too, and dilute that in 8 ounces of water and consume this before your meal so you can optimize the digestion of that meal and also optimize the glucose control. And also something we need to pay attention to is because vinegar is acidic, we want to protect your teeth. So maybe consider having that water vinegar and sipping that through a straw just to protect the enamel of the tooth. As a medical doctor, guys, I need to emphasize that this vinegar is a tool. It's not a cure. It has amazing benefits. It will improve your insulin sensitivity. It will improve hormonal support, and it's extremely effective with a good diet. I can go on about vinegar. Let's move on into food number 2, which is something I've been eating for the last 10 years, and I would have never been able to lose my belly fat without it. Pumpkin. It's a nutritional powerhouse for fat loss. Hand on heart, I could never get to single-digit body fat without pumpkin or butternut squash. So if you even see my videos from 10 years ago when I was a student, this has always been a staple in my diet. And I've seen my clients transform their results by adding this low-calorie food. It's also fiber rich to their plates, and science backs it up. So pumpkin is loaded with beta carotene, vitamins, and also dietary fiber, and it delivers about 3 grams of fiber per cup, which supports the focus on satiety and metabolic health. The pumpkin's fiber will slow down digestion, it will stabilize your blood sugar, and it also will reduce this insulin spike. Because the insulin spike is so low, then we're still putting ourselves in more of a fat loss state. It's high in water content and also low in calories. There's about 50 calories per cup, which makes it incredibly filling, and it helps you eat less and helps you also feel like you're not deprived. So that's why I love having it with my steak. Beyond the pumpkin's antioxidants like beta carotene, it can also help with reducing inflammation, which is often elevated in individuals who are obese, and this will help us tremendously. A 2017 study examined high fiber vegetable intake and found that participants consuming fiber-rich foods like pumpkin experienced significant weight loss in the 12 weeks, as well as improved fat profiles. So their HDL and LDL improved significantly. For my patients with insulin resistance, pumpkin's low glycemic index is a plus, and it will also provide sustained energy without that blood sugar spike. So how I make it myself practically, I will put the pumpkin in the microwave and almost make it like a potato, and I'll have that paired with my steak. You can also blend the pumpkin and have that as a soup if you like, or you can just have the canned unsweetened puree to add into your smoothies just to boost your overall fiber content. Guys, before I move into food number 3, let me know if you guys want me to make a video showing you different recipes introducing these 10 superfoods. So if you want it, let me know in the comments. Dr. Mike, make the video showing us recipes with these foods in there, and just leave a gentle thumbs up. But let me know in the comments and I'll do that for you guys if you want. Let's move on into food number 3. Food number 3 is zucchini, another Nova Group Category 1 superstar, low calories, fiber-packed vegetable that is a staple as well in my fat loss diet. At just 33 calories and 2 grams of fiber per cup, zucchini fills you up without really weighing you down. And I also love that it's nutrient rich, right? So it has a lot of potassium, vitamin C, and zucchini also contains a lot of water, which will help you in terms of hydration, but also improve your metabolic efficiency. If you've been watching my channel, you know I love the zucchini noodles. How I want you to incorporate it is just use a spiralizer, and you can get one off of Amazon. And I love substituting the pasta with zucchini noodles and just having a zucchini noodle bolognese. Now, what's amazing about zucchini as well is that the fiber in zucchini is going to slow gastric emptying. This is exactly the same function that Ozempic does. Let's move on into food number 4, which is another carbohydrate replacement source that I love adding instead of rice. This is cauliflower. It's a cruciferous vegetable. It's a fat loss champion and is high fiber. There's 2.5 grams of fiber per cup, and I recommend it highly for fat loss. Now, it helps with your vitamin C intake, vitamin K, folate, which is amazing for your overall fat metabolism. Cauliflower's fiber particularly is insoluble fiber. So you can use this to add bulk to your meals. And this is gonna make you feel extremely full. And it's also going to boost fat loss and detox in the liver. And it's crucial for being able to improve as well your HDL and LDL. How I recommend having this cauliflower in your diet. What I like doing is I'll probably have rice in my diet at, let's say, 3,000 calories or 2,500. But because I love eating in high quantity, take cauliflower and scrape it down to make it into a rice mixture, and I will add more cauliflower rice and mix it with my rice. And it's very difficult to even determine the difference between rice and cauliflower rice. When I'm getting into the sub 2,000 calories, I'll have cauliflower rice just as is with the steak, or pairing it with any of the foods that you'd usually pair with rice. I want to be able to talk to my guys who have a sweet tooth just like myself. Berries, think blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries. Nova 1 group, they're antioxidant rich fruits, and they deliver 4 to 8 grams of fiber per cup, and it makes them one of the densest fiber rich sources on this list. You can add them to your oats if you like to give them a bit of sweetness. You can add them to shakes, you can make them part of your pancakes, or even into your yogurt just to sweeten it. The berries fibers will slow down your body's sugar absorption. This is going to prevent that insulin spike. They also have antioxidants, which will reduce oxidative stress, which will usually impair your ability to lose fat. So berries are a go-to. If you need to have fruits in your diet, this is what you want to have. Let's move on into food number 6, and that is going to be oats. Oats has been a fat loss staple in my diet, and you will see every bodybuilder out there vouch for oats. There's 4 grams of fiber per half cup. This is the dry weight, and it also includes beta glucans, which is a soluble fiber, and oats is at the top in terms of breakfast foods that will make you feel full. I personally value the oats' ability to lower my clients' cholesterol levels and also stabilize their blood sugar levels, which is extremely important for their metabolic health. The beta glucan in oats forms this gel in your gut, which also slows down digestion and triggers a satiety hormone called peptide YY. This peptide is going to reduce appetite and your caloric intake over hours. So if you're looking for a slow digesting carbohydrate source, oats is a go-to. A half cup serving has about 150 calories, making it extremely nutrient dense, and research time and time again has shown individuals having oats in their diet as a breakfast if you do, or at any point to speed up fat loss so that you can break through any plateaus. Many of you guys might be asking, Dr. Mike, how should I prepare my oatmeal? You can do it with water or you can do it unsweetened almond milk. I highly recommend putting it in the microwave at least 2 times because the oats are going to absorb the almond milk or the water to make them fluffy and more voluminous. And you can top it with the berries like I mentioned, or you can add your favorite protein powder with the oats. It's super versatile. You can even add it to a savory dish like veggie patties. Let's move on into food number 7, which you can also pair with your oats, which is chia seeds. It gives you a whopping 10 grams of fiber per ounce, and it's a secret weapon for a lot of people with fat loss issues. Chia seeds have the ability to absorb water, again, like the oats, also forming a gel in your stomach, expanding your stomach, and that feeling promotes that feeling of fullness and also will slow down digestion. Also has soluble and insoluble types of fiber, and this will help you tremendously with stabilizing your blood sugar levels. And the big benefit of chia seeds is that it will also help your gut bacteria, especially the good bacteria. Because remember guys, these gut bacteria is responsible for breaking down food components so your body can absorb and efficiently utilize it. It also will help in producing short chain fatty acids that can help with fat oxidation. Their omega-3 fatty acids will reduce inflammation, and this will help you tremendously. There's about 140 calories per ounce, and they're nutrient dense and extremely versatile. So you guys may be asking, Dr. Mike, how can I incorporate chia seeds? So you can mix 1 to 2 tablespoons into your smoothie, let the chia seed absorb the smoothie. You can add it to your yogurt or water. And remember, wherever you add it, let the chia seeds sit for about 10 minutes so it can absorb all the water next to it. Once daily can help you tremendously. Let's move on into food number 8, eggs. While it's low in fiber, many consider this to be a superfood. It has high quality protein and there's 6 grams of protein per large egg, but it also promotes satiety and can help preserve your lean muscle mass, which is extremely important for losing weight. Now, there is the myth out there that it increases your cortisol levels, but remember, eggs will raise HDL, that's that good cortisol, and it won't harm you in terms of your heart health for most people. Eggs protein increases satiety hormones like the GLP-1. I'm sure you've heard that. That's the same one that Ozempic tries to mimic. And this will reduce hunger for hours. They also have a high thermic effect of food, meaning that when you consume eggs, your body's actually gonna take a lot more work in terms of breaking it down. So there's 70 calories per egg. It's low calorie. It's also nutrient dense, right? We love whole eggs when they're scrambled with a toast. You can also boil them. You can make them a delicious omelet or even add them with your fried rice. Now, while the whole egg does contain a considerable amount of calories and micronutrients, the egg yolk has a lot of fat-soluble vitamins, A, D, E, and K. And in addition, the yolk contains healthy fats like I'd mentioned before, and this can even help you with the production of the hormone testosterone. Let's move on into food number 9. Food number 9 is gonna be beans, lentils, and chickpeas. I'm gonna put this all in the group of legumes, and they're heavyweights in terms of fiber, 7 to 15 grams of fiber per cooked cup. And these legumes are dual action. They're high in fiber, which will help you with satiety, and they're protein rich for muscle maintenance. So they're both essential for fat loss. They're also rich in iron and folate, and this will help support your metabolism overall. So the legume resistant starch can feed the good bacteria, but also by producing butyrate, which can enhance your fat metabolism. They're low in glycemic index, which consequently reduces your insulin and also keeps your body in a fat loss phase. A cup of lentils is about 230 calories, which is extremely filling. And these are some that you should introduce into your diet. The only downside to the legumes is that it may make you a bit gassy. So my recommendation is slowly start maybe with a quarter cup, then a half cup, and then work your way up all the way to a full cup. Let's move on into food number 10. Food number 10 is salmon. This is the second in terms of high protein foods, and it will round our list off because it's high in omega-3 fatty acids and also high in quality protein. There's 22 grams of protein per 3-ounce serving. It's low in fiber, and salmon nutrients make it a fat loss superstar. Omega-3s reduce inflammation, which can help improve your ability to break down fat and also improve your insulin sensitivity. Salmon's rich protein source with healthy fats is amazing for fat loss. So now you have the top 10 foods to introduce into your diet. You can use all of them or just one of two like I just mentioned. Having the vinegar in there, maybe with say, hey, let me add the vinegar to my salmon and to my salad, for example, can be the combination that you're looking for. But I hope this video was helpful. I'll leave it there. Let me know in the comments, what are some of the favorite recipes you guys like doing? And I'll maybe use this in the next video where I incorporate these foods into how you can have them as a recipe. But I'll leave the video there. I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.